Well. That shows you what it is to to try to dance around with a phone. Old-fashioned chocolate. I mean, come on. Any more decadent than that, you'd be taken away. Foster's Donuts right here at the corner of Foothill and Rosemont in La Crescenta, I believe. This is La Crescenta. Hope you have a wonderful day, whatever you're doing. And we were talking earlier, just a minute ago, about how the Lord knew that I would grow up and I would be put through more than challenges that I could even imagine. I tell people about what I've been through. No, I don't want to hear about it. I have one relative and that, no, I don't want to hear, I'm dying, don't tell me another. And they get talk about the grizzly bear, boy, they get really angry. They're really, you don't want to mess with them when they get angry. They're furious. They don't hear about it, and because that's their solution, is just forget about it. And I don't dwell on it, but I do respect the fact that I went through, because it explains a lot. Like, why didn't this relationship work up here off of Ocean View? Why didn't other relationships, pan out? I'm responsible for a lot of the pain and the problems that that I brought to relationships. And today, I'm wanting to recognize my part. I want to recognize my part. I want to recognize what is it that I have to do with each relationship. I heard a tape recently, and the speaker was talking about how I'm not responsible for everything. The people that have left me, they couldn't handle. They just couldn't hang, so they left. That wasn't my choice. I never leave anybody. I'm very faithful. But sometimes people just can't. They can't hang. They can't handle it. And, there's nothing wrong with setting boundaries. For having appropriate boundaries is really, really important. Like, you cannot do this here. You cannot go there. We are going to expect this. We want that. Having standards and expectations. Bethany Rose, my youngest daughter, I make it real clear to her, no, you're not going to keep the, side of your car a disaster area. My son, I only have one son, his name's Robert Micah. He's a character. He's one of the greatest guys ever, but he is totally, if you ever saw the show The Odd Couple, I got to watch that movie. That's a good reminder for me to, I'm going to write that down here. I got to watch that movie, The Odd Couple. There we go. And also, it's a TV show, Odd Couple. I wrote it down. That's it. Okay. So, he would definitely be on the messy side. He was not the he wasn't that side. Now, I tend to be more neat and clean, organized than, laissez-faire and, oh, well, whatever will be, will be. No, I'm like planning it out, organizing it, having a system. At the same time, I'm not a perfectionist, so I don't expect things to be, look around my car. Do I look like a perfectionist? No, it's not important. People are what's important. So you wonder what's wrong with this guy, old guy. How come this car looks like, went through the war? Well, because I'm just simply moving forward. I'm just doing my thing here, doing my thing. And that is speaking about what I hear. Let me see if this goes here. I'm going to go over this way here like that. Okay. And trying to help other people so that they don't feel as though it's hopeless. There is hope. And if I would have known today what I knew back then, I probably would have gone right into, into a mode of we need to get help. You've been through HE double hockey sticks. You've been through a lot, and you need to recognize that and not dwell in it, but recognize that you have to be more sensitive to other people. The fact that you can live in hell doesn't mean that other people can live that way. Other people don't want to live that way. Other people don't have the strength to do it. They just don't. So, all that said, it's really important that today, as I go through my life, my hopes, my dreams, that that's all fully percent. Okay, good. That I be cognizant, I be mindful. As one pastor told me, I learned about maybe 3 or 4 years ago, learned this new word, mindful. Be mindful. Never heard of that word in my life. Keep learning things. Of course, my daughter's always telling me things. She says, calm down, calm down. I just saw that in a current thing there, calm down, calm down. That's why Bethany Rose is in. It's kind of a current thing that they have. You tell people to calm down, calm down. Like, what are you telling me that for? But it's a thing now. It's a kind of a saying, like groovy or hip, or I dig it. So, enough said. 213-713-8954. And bless my daughter, Amy Grace, out there in Brooklyn. She's in the area of Brooklyn, out in the New York way, out in the East Coast. And I'm here. I'm going to enjoy this wonderful chocolate donut. I'm going to drop off the bakery item that I have, and so that'll be an assignment done. And today I'm going to go out to Culver City and start working on a project out there. So it's just going to be a big day. Lots happening. I will talk to you soon. God bless you, and be encouraged. The Lord is going to work everything together for good because we love Him and we're called according to His purpose. And if you're not called according to God's purpose, if you don't love God, if you don't know God, then just open Him and say yes. Just say, yes, Lord, yes. And the Lord will meet you. The Lord will meet you. Amen, amen, amen. Talk to you soon. Love you.